Welcome, Wes here, pain relief expert. And is knee osteoarthritis making your activities difficult? Let's talk about stretches and strengthening exercises you can do to move better and easier. So osteoarthritis is when the cartilage in between the two bones, the femur and the tibia, wears down over time and degenerates, causing some of the symptoms and lack of mobility that you feel. So what we want to do is strengthen up the supporting structures around the knee and also decompress that knee to relieve the symptoms and get you moving better. So the first thing we'll do for our osteoarthritis is some decompression, and that's what I'm doing right now with the ankle weight. So what it's doing is it's pulling the tibia bone down, separating it slightly from the femur, and this causes a decompression effect, and separating that femur from the tibia creates more space in that knee joint. And this decompression helps with knee pain relief and that snap, crackle, pop cereal sound you hear in your knees. And if you don't have an ankle weight, you can simply take your hands on your upper lower leg and just pull down lightly to your comfort level. And from here, we can also progress to a little light movement of the lower leg, moving it from side to side and in circles. And this just helps get some range of motion and bring some blood flow to the knee to help pain relief. Next up, we're going to gain more support around the knee through strengthening the muscles. I'll go through some of the easiest versions of the exercises first and then progressions from there. So the first exercise we'll do is a leg extension. So for this, you want to either get a foam roller like I have here or put a pillow under the knee. You're going to lay down and you're just going to do light ranges of motion with one of your legs, just extending and bending, just very slowly, and come up as much as you're comfortable with. You want your foot flexed also. And what you can also do is bring your foot in slightly to work your inner quad. So your inner quad right here is a common muscle that gets underactive. So this is a really beneficial one to do. And it's a big supporter for the inner knee. And you can go through 10 reps of this, and you can even hold it at the top each time for 5 to 10 seconds. So once a leg extension feels good and you've mastered it, you can drive your heel into the table and pull your heel towards your butt or your glute, activating the back of the leg. So the back of the leg, the hamstring, is also a big supporter for the knee. So from here, you're going to extend the leg again, working the quad, and then you can bend it, working that hamstring, and you can cycle through this 10 times or however many times you're comfortable with. You can hold each one for 5 to 10 seconds for more of a challenge. So once you've mastered this, when you drive your heel in and pull it towards your glute, what you can do is you can drive your whole leg into the ground, activating your glute and really tightening it up. So we've got the leg extension now, and then we've got the heel push and then pulling towards your glute, and then we're driving the whole entire leg and the knee into the surface that you're on, activating that glute and popping it up. So all of these muscles are working together in synergy, just like they should, to support your knee. So progression for the leg extension would just be to do more of a range of motion like I'm doing here seated. Now, if this gets simple and you feel like you can progress up from here, then you can put an ankle weight on your ankle and do weighted leg extensions. As far as the hamstrings and the glutes go, a progression up from that would just be having more of a bend in the leg and pulling the heels towards the hips. Also, you can bring the feet in to work the inner hamstrings too. Now, if this gets pretty simple, then you can add a bridge to it, and this will activate your hamstrings and your glutes. So your feet will be up, you're going to bridge, squeeze your butt cheeks together, squeeze your hamstrings, and bridge up and back down. So next, we're going to go through some relief stretches. So this one I'm about to go over with you really did help me out a lot. I didn't have knee osteoarthritis, I had femoral tendonitis. But instead of going out on Friday nights, I was stuck at home with an ice pack and heat. So doing this stretch really did help recover that tendonitis and help my knee feel better. And it really does help osteoarthritis too. Okay, so the first stretch is for the quadricep. So I'm going to get an elevated surface. This could be a short stool. This could be something higher like a table. The higher you go, the more stretch you'll get. So start with something low and progress yourself to a high surface like this. So you're going to take your foot and place it on whatever you have, on that stool or on something high like this. And you're going to move your thigh behind your other leg. And from here, you're going to make sure that you're crunching the abs, moving the pelvis like this to feel the stretch in the front of the quad. And you can also hold on to something if you don't have a lot of balance, like, a wall next to you or something sturdy. And you're just going to hold this stretch for 30 seconds, and then you can switch sides. And if you can't bend your leg that much, that's fine. Just start with something short like a stool and work yourself up to something high like this. And over time, when you gain balance and your quads get more flexible, you can do this same thing standing, pulling your heel to your glute and bringing your leg behind your other leg and crunch your abs and just holding this. So next thing we've got is a standing hamstring stretch. So we can do this either standing or seated. We're bringing the foot up, driving the heel into the ground, and slowly reaching towards the toe. And however far you can come down is okay. If you can only come down here, that's fine. You just want to get a good stretch in the hamstring. And you can also do this seated, reaching towards the toe, making sure you're keeping a good straight back and a good posture with the upper body. And you can hold this for 30 seconds on each side. Many times walking upstairs can be difficult with osteoarthritis. So to make walking upstairs easier, what we need to do is stretch out our lower leg and our hamstring. So we can grab our toe and bring our foot up to stretch out our calf. Now, if you don't have the flexibility to grab your toe, you can get something like a rope or a band to put around your foot. That way you can pull it back from a more upright position. So you're going to hold this for 30 seconds on each side, feeling the stretch in both your calf and your hamstring. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe so you have access to more information, and I'll see you next time.